Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live. Double O. What episode is this anyway? Let me find out real quick. 158, I believe. Yeah, hashtag pump and dump. Anyways, let me go over the note section real quick on what this episode is about. Bond Trading View. A list of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. I'll go over it real briefly, but that's in the note section. And in the note section here, this is what I'm going to be talking about. Inside the group chats where people pump and dump cryptocurrency. How self-proclaimed pump and dump groups, let me see if I'm, okay, I am live streaming here. I am sharing the screen too. How self-proclaimed pump and dump groups scam thousands of wannabe altcoin investors. Yes, there are pump and dump groups. If you don't, hard to believe. I know. But that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I'll just be talking about that one example. A lot of pump and dump going on. Anyways, next in the note section, Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. I'll be going over some recent news, as well as CryptoPanic is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Let's quickly go over. Sorry, everybody. All right, sorry about that. I have to start all over again. My connection just went out. There we go. How's that? Is that a lot better? Oh goodness. Anyways, sorry about that. My my cable for some reason is not sticking into my. Okay, I'm live. Well, sorry about that. Anyways, let me go over the notes section here. If one more time, just in case if anybody missed it. Let's see here. I'll be going to bond trading view, and then the news I'm going to be talking about today is, let's go back a little bit. There we go. Inside the group chats where people pump and dump cryptocurrency, how self-proclaimed pump and dump groups scam thousands of wannabe altcoin investors. That's what I'll be talking about today. All right. So hopefully we didn't miss too much on that. And so, but let's go to Coinspectator. Let's refresh this, F5 here. Let's refresh. We'll go over some of the news today, right now. All right, Raising the Dead, Kodak goes crypto. That's kind of old news. I'm reading right here. Let's go over something very interesting. Let me see. Bitcoin buyers quietly making their move. All right, this is coming from forexlive.com 21 minutes ago. Let's see here. Potential double bottom. Bitcoin price technical analysis. Potential double bottom. Newsbtc.com 22 minutes ago. Let's see here. Russia's largest bank chief does not approve of cryptocurrency ban. Coming from Ethereum World News 30 minutes ago. UBS chief sees massive Bitcoin fall. This is finews.asia 1 hour ago. Let me see here. Just 2 weeks left of the better betting ICO public sale. Oh, this is some kind of ICO. Weiss published their first cryptocurrency ratings. I'm going to click on that. That's something Brian shared with me. Let's see what is going on. I have not read it. I was actually busy all day. Anyways, let me go on this real quick here. Weiss published their first cryptocurrency rating. This is interesting. And let's see. I think I just briefly read the headlines. Anyways, out of all the cryptocurrencies that are out there, Weiss gives Ethereum a B and Bitcoin a C plus. Nobody got an A, which I wouldn't expect anyone to get a ranking, since no cryptocurrency is really backed by any government, or it's pretty much unregulated. And so what does this mean? Actually, to me, it means nothing. Absolutely nothing. I haven't read the report. I haven't seen how they came up with their rankings, but I was pretty much busy today. I found there's a nice fitness center that was just built closer to the pre-K school that I take my youngest one to, and I just checked it out today. It's a little bit smaller than the fitness center, but I think nobody goes there, and it has like a view of the lake, and it's where the new swimming pool is, new playground. After I pick up my youngest one from pre-K, we go to the park, to the playground, and we spent some time there. And I had a chance to see the new fitness center, and everything's brand new. It's amazing. So I'll probably be going there. And then after that, I spent some time looking for a helmet for my new bike, which should be coming in a couple more days. So I can't wait for that. Anyways, I don't know what to say about this, other than it's a non-event for me. I didn't even bother reading about it. I heard about it. I think Brian sent me a message about it, but I'm not in a hurry. In a market condition that we're in, I'm kind of at a point where the best time to get in again on Bitcoin, in my opinion, is when nobody cares about Bitcoin. Nobody cares if the price is going up. Nobody cares if the price is going down. That's my honest opinion. That's probably the best time to come in. So as long as a lot of people put attention onto the price of Bitcoin, like it's going down, it's going up, all this other stuff, I think that's probably the time you don't want to be getting back in. That's just my opinion. Of course, I'm already in. I'm just waiting. If the price goes back up, I'm no better than I am now. If the price was going back up, I'm actually better off, actually. But I just have a feeling there's still a lot more I'm expecting a lot more discounts. But anyways, I'll go over the chart. I'll go over the mempool, do a chart analysis. I'll go over the Bitcoin fees. But let's continue on with some more recent news here. Ethereum mining to drive earnings upside for NVIDIA Corporation, says analyst. That's kind of interesting considering that you had NVIDIA come out wanting their GPU cards to go to gamers and not miners. Let me see. Steam cryptocurrency notches 50% gain as social network gains traction. Is it really? I'm not too sure about that. It's been what, barely a year and a half? Anyways, RBI warns bank about crypto risk, wants higher scrutiny. Banks, the financial system really is pretty bearish about Bitcoin. Let me see. Oh, this is an interesting news. 3,000 metric tons of wheat was recently traded for Bitcoin. 3,000 metric tons a week. That's like I think that's a whole container. That's a whole shipping loads of shipping containers. Let me see. Recently, the first known freight consignment was settled in Bitcoin as the deal consisted of 3,000 tons. I don't know if they're just talking about metric tons or whatever tons. Let me see, 3,000 tons. As far as I know, a ton is like 2,000 pounds. So 3,000 times 2,000, that's a lot. That's like 6 million pounds, I think. Yeah, 6 million pounds of wheat from Rostov that was sent to Turkey. Interesting. Okay. Let me see. Last month, Bitcoin was used in a freight deal sent from Russia to Turkey, according to a firm called Prime Shipping Foundation, PSF. So this is interesting. It was a Russian to Turkey deal using Bitcoin. This is huge. This is finally a first use case where, well, not the first use case, but I've always suspected that there'd be a use case like this where you can use Bitcoin for import export like this. So let me see. PFS founder and CEO Ivan Lukulov hopes the company's trial can lead to processing freight deals more fluidly by using cryptocurrencies. There are also other projects trying to tether Bitcoin settlements with the freight industry. Interesting. I think this is huge. This is huge. Finally, a payment method for either for a cryptocurrency or for one commodity for another. So this is a big deal. I think we're going to see more of this. This actually makes sense. I've always thought about this and talked about this for some time. Now I'm actually seeing it. This is amazing. Let's see, what's another one? Bitflyer announces plans to enter the European market despite looming regulations. Let me see here. What the FUD? Bitcoin market beset. Here's another bearish news coming from the financial industry. UBS chair warns of massive Bitcoin fall. Investopia.com coming 2 hours ago. Let's take a look at this. UBS chair warns of massive Bitcoin fall. How come I'm not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Let's see. The Bitcoin Bears gained a new team member this week with the addition of UBS AG chairman Alex Weber in an interview with Bloomberg at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Looks like there's a big meeting in Davos. They always have this every year, and I can't believe they're actually people are actually talking about Bitcoin at Davos. And they must be conspiring. I think they're conspiring against Bitcoin. This is amazing. Wow. Anyways, let's see what else is here. Crypto coin Stellar spikes 20% on Stripe support. Wow, more rumors about Stellar. Stellar and Ripple seem to be enjoying the limelight here. Let me see. Here's one. 50 Cent realized he has millions in Bitcoins from before it was cool. Yeah, I remember back in 2013, he had his record come out, and he was selling it and accepted Bitcoin as payment. I don't know how someone can all of a sudden realize that he has millions in Bitcoin. I think this news is just driven to make the markets feel better that somebody famous has Bitcoin, but this was already kind of known. I was wondering when the news is going to come out. If he has, I think the report was he has $8 million in Bitcoin. Well, he must have had like $16 million when Bitcoin was at 20,000, but no one reported it. But now we're kind of in a bearish market here. All of a sudden, it's a big deal. I don't know why this thing is being reported right now, but whatever. That's 3 hours ago. Let's see if I can find anything some other interesting news here that caught my eye. Oh, here's another one. CFTC files suit against My Bitcoin cryptocurrency, alleges multi-year scam. Let's just click on that real quick. Okay. Let's just read the first paragraph here of what it's trying to say. It says U.S. commodity futures. Let me make sure I'm still streaming. Yep, still streaming. U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission released details today surrounding the federal court enforcement action filed against several parties related to the cryptocurrency My Bitcoin. Specifically, the CFT alleges that the defendants committed fraud by soliciting customers based on false claims regarding MBC, which is My Bitcoin, value, trade status, and usage, even apparently going as far to say that My Bitcoin was backed by gold, which the commission refutes. Interesting. I think some of this is taking a while for them to come around, but looks like they're actually trying to enforce. All right. Let's go to CryptoPanic real quick. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, this is CryptoCoins news. Sorry about that. CryptoPanic. There we go. All right, let's go see what's going on in CryptoPanic. Take a look here. This is the desktop view. Let's see here. Raising the dead, Kodak goes crypto. Let's just take a quick look at it. Let's see what it says here. We all know cryptocurrency has power to disrupt just about any industry. They're also being scrutinized by the SEC as well. Let's go read some of the, here's some largest, let's see here. It says Russia's largest bank chief does not approve of cryptocurrency ban. Okay, this is getting like 10 bullish, 5 important, 1 bearish, 9 thumbs up, 9 likes, with 1 lots of laughs. Here's that story on the 300 metric tons. Oh, it's metric tons. Okay, so let me see. One metric ton is about 2,032 pounds or something like that. So it's actually more than 6 million pounds of wheat. Interesting. Anyways, this story got a 2 bullish, 1 important, 1 like, 1 dislike. Not too much going on there. Let's see. Let's try to point at some of the ones that are. Uh, why are people selling? Why are people selling IOTA? IOTA is extremely oversold right now, and it keeps on dipping. Well, maybe because everyone knows it's a crap coin. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Even with energy surplus, Canada unable to meet electricity demands of Bitcoin miners. Cryptocurrency miners hoping to set up shop in Canadian province Quebec could be turned down due to the huge number of applications being received by the utility, whatever. I guess you have to click on it to read the whole story. It's coming from Cointelegraph. How long was it? 3 hours ago. I read some reports on it as well. It seems like they don't really have the infrastructure. They actually have enough electricity. They just don't have enough warehouses. They don't actually have warehouse space up in Quebec near the hydroelectricity. So looks like they need to do some more construction. Maybe. I mean, the problem with renewable energy is literally they're out in the middle of nowhere, like the dams and the wind turbines and the solar energy. You know, solar energy is probably out in the middle of the desert. Nobody wants to live in the middle of the desert. So that's the issue with renewable energy. Let me see. What is this? Positive signs of Arsenal's cryptocurrency. I have no idea what this is. Look at this. Oh, this is interesting. 3 hours ago, coming from BTC Manager, IMF highlights need for global roundtable cryptocurrency talks. Now, even the IMF is talking about cryptocurrency. Wow. Next thing you know, the World Bank is going to talk about cryptocurrencies. And then all of a sudden, I think there's going to be a headline, Illuminati talking about cryptocurrencies. What is going on around here? Let's see what other nonsense we can get here. Oh, EOS is the coin of the week, coming from our EOS. I guess so. I guess so. Here's something here. Let's read what this says. Russian investors believe that Bitcoin is a bubble, making them doubt about investing large sums of money on it. This is coming from zycrypto.com. In an interview with the news channel CNBC at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland yesterday, Kirill Dmitriev, chief executive of Russia's sovereign wealth fund, said the reason why there is no major commitment in Bitcoin investment in Russia is due to the fear that it may be a bubble. Wow. Well, if we can't get new money coming into Bitcoin and into cryptocurrency, how are we going to pump up the price? Wow. This is considered 12 bearish, 1 toxic, and 7 dislikes. Wow, they didn't like this story at all. Let me see. Any other interesting news here? No, that's about it. Anyways, go ahead and check it out. Those are the 2 news aggregators. So let me go on to the rest of the the note section here. Let's go on to the rest of the note section here. Let's see what else it says. Oh yeah, I have the "It's time to stop" meme, of course. It's time to stop with all these hard forks. Stop with the nonsense, please, people. Please stop with the nonsense. And then next, I have some important websites you might want to check out. Segwit charts. I haven't checked them out. I have not checked them out. And well, let's check it out real quick. if we're on the subject here. Let's just check out SegWit charts. I heard it went up to almost 20% today, or it's been up in the 20%. Let's see if that is the case. Okay, for some reason I have a chart here that, oh, okay, it looks like Trezor has managed to, I thought it was up to 19, 20%. Am I missing something here? Oh, this must be it here. This must be it right here. Right here. This is about a week. Is it about a week? Yeah, I think it's about a week or something. So this must be the spike in SegWit, and then it just dropped off. Well, that was a news. That was just a headline news grabber, wasn't it? And then it's back up to 15. So just witness size percentage. It looks like it's 20%, which I guess could make a difference. But as far as transaction percentage, it's still at 12%. And then we got Trezor right here, advertising right here in the middle of it. So a little deceptive on the news, isn't it? I mean, witness size, yeah, 20%, but it just dipped down below to 7% right here. And then right now it's currently at 15. So I don't know, a little fake news going on right there. A little fake news, people. Okay, so that's SegWit charts. Go check it out. And then Coin Codex, Live Coin Watch, CoinGecko, BitInfo charts, Joe Ho's mempool statistics. I'll go over the mempool. I'll go over the fees for Bitcoin. And then I'll do a chart analysis at the end of the live stream. I'm not going to do a very long live stream. I'm actually pretty tired. Going out and spending time with my children, having a quality of life, spending quality time, takes a lot of energy out of you, you know. And I did work out this morning. I was a little scared, you know, because of my little lightheaded, almost fainting spell I had on Monday. But I did get on the exercise bicycle, on the treadmill, lifted some. I like using the free weights. In other words, the free motion weights, the pulley systems that they have at my fitness center. I used that. I did work out, lift some weights. And today was a beautiful day out here. Very sunny, cool wind, wonderful day to be in the park, wonderful day to be alive. Went out and shopped for some bicycle helmets, looked at some locks. I'm getting ready. I'm just going out. I did stop by a specialty bike place. Out of all the things I'm going to buy for my accessories for my new Rad Rover, my Rad power bike, my electric bike, is I'm probably going to spend really good money on a helmet. Now, I've been hearing, and I don't know how true this is, I've been hearing that the helmets cause more accidents. And there were studies that kind of showed that. And I'm doing some research because I'm contemplating whether to get a helmet or not. I probably will. Although most of my life I have never worn a helmet for my bicycle. But since I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this electric bicycle, and I'm probably going to be more on the streets than on the sidewalk, depends where I am. And I'm going to be more, let's say, visible. I'm probably going to get myself a helmet just in case, because, you know, I want to protect my noggin. I like who I am. I don't want to be in a coma. So despite the contradiction of if you wear a helmet, it causes more accidents, because the study that I'm hearing is that if you wear a helmet, okay, and if you're right on the street with cars, okay, you're not on a bike lane or you're not on a sidewalk. If you're riding on the road with cars, with other vehicles, the premise is that if people see you with a helmet, they'll pass by you closer and faster. Versus if you don't wear a helmet, they'll actually move over and drive a little bit slower with more caution. And supposedly there are studies that support that. I didn't even know that. Whenever I see anybody on a bike, I usually move over and I proceed with caution. Okay. So this, I don't know where exactly the data is really coming from on that, but now that I'm going to be riding on my electric bike here, I'd rather have a helmet. I'd really rather have a helmet, even though I know that's nothing but basically, expanded styrofoam. Um, Basically, that styrofoam cooler that you buy on a hot summer day at the convenience store, that little white styrofoam. It's basically that's what it is, or the stuff you get out of your package box, like you'll see it in gosh, where have I seen it? I've seen it a lot in when I used to buy from Harbor Freight. I would see it in um, the bandsaw, the miter saw, and then what else? The compressor. You would get those white expanded styrofoam. Basically, that's your helmet. And if you think about it, it is probably the best material to use. It's lightweight. It's very cheap, very, very cheap. Okay, but it's nothing but air. It's just plastic and air. So when you hit your head on your bike helmet, you're basically landing on air. So, anyways, got off track there. Oh yeah, Joho's mempool statistics. Salome.io. Salome.io is really important, people. It will tell you whether a coin is being pumped. And if you go to Salome.io, it measures social media volume. And that's important because what I'll be talking about today is the pump and dump groups. And then transaction accelerator, Bitcoin Cash hash rate, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash hash rate, historical chart 6 months. Next in the notes section, partitioned off, collecting your free Bitcoin gold with Coinami. And then how to split Bitcoin gold. I made a video. That's what that is. And then, of course, the mnemonic code converter from Coinami. If, for goodness sakes, all the tools and website I'm giving you, why would you ever need to buy a hardware wallet? Anyways, mnemonic code converter. And then I have a link to Bitcoin Gold as well. Eventually, I'll get rid of those. I still have BitConnect in here because I think it's worth noting, that scams are pretty prevalent. Ponzi schemes are pretty prevalent in this space. Pump and dump schemes are prevalent in this space. So why on earth would anybody waste their time and money on any of these schemes when you could probably buy some Bitcoin and probably be better off? Why would you be involved in these schemes? Because they're not going to last forever. Okay. There's a reason why pump and dumps are illegal. There's a reason why Ponzi's are illegal. There's a reason why pyramid schemes are illegal. Because they do not contribute in any way, shape, or form to you, the end user. As a matter of fact, all right, what it does is it takes away from the users. All right, it takes away from people who participate. All you're doing is taking money from each other. It does not create money. All right, it doesn't create any money. It makes somebody else rich, but maybe not you. Most likely not you. But why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high yield coins on top of BitConnect. And what is BitConnect and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And of course, I have James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017. If you haven't noticed that episode, I interviewed 3 BitConnect users. They have the mind. I mean, they are literally stuck in their mindset. People who are involved in these pump and dumps, pyramids, and Ponzi schemes, all right, you don't contribute anything. Therefore, you do not offer, you're of no value to this community. You take away from this community. That's all you do, literally. And all you're doing is taking money from each other. You're not creating any value. No money is being made here. And what eventually happens is you're just cannibalizing each other. These pump and dump groups are nothing more than cannibalism. All right, they cannibalize each other to the point where there's no more money to be made because you've lost all your money. Literally, all you're doing is making pump and dumps. All they do, these Ponzi schemes, these pyramids, all they do is take money from many people and give it to the few. And they'll keep doing this until all the money is being sucked out of you. Matter of fact, you know, I would, if you compare what the bankers with these people, they're one and the same people. Why would this space allow such things to happen? I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, goodness. All right, so next, last but not least, the last part in the notes section, pump and dump groups profitable? What really goes on? This is a YouTuber who talks about pump and dump groups and his experience with the pump and dump groups. And do you make money all the time? No, you don't. Because if everybody did, this would essentially you be all right. This is nothing but a perpetual motion machine. It doesn't exist. Just because you participate in a pump and dump does not mean that you will actually make any money. Oftentimes, by the time you find out about it, all right, everybody else has already bought in. All right. And what makes me sick is some people pay to be in this group, and it's a losing proposition. It really is. You might as well you're wasting your time and you're wasting your money. You could have made way more money, in my opinion, way more money if you just bought Bitcoin. And eventually, all these pump and dump groups, they all eventually have to go into Bitcoin. They eventually do. Doesn't matter if they go into Monero and Litecoin and Ethereum and all this other crap. Eventually, they go into Bitcoin because Bitcoin has the most liquid, all right, most liquid exchange market when it comes peer-to-peer outside of the exchange, the regulated exchange markets, all right, where you can actually get real money, or you can actually buy 3,000 metric tons of wheat. I mean, you can really use Bitcoin. All these other coins, they're useless. All you're doing is you're giving your Bitcoin to someone else, in which they're going to take your Bitcoin and just hold on to it and become richer. That's all you're doing. You're giving up your Bitcoin. Okay, next is another video theme for this video. Do penile pumps work? Do penile pumps work? Answer is no. No matter what you do, no matter how much you pump it or how much you dump it, how much you pump and then dump it, penile pumps don't work. Scientific fact. So just like pump and dumps don't work, penile pumps don't work either. All right, next in the notes section. All right, next is hashtag yes2x129, the meme you're looking at right now. I'm making sure that we're still going live. My internet is still on. Good. All right. Pump and dump. Well, maybe we'll get a good pump and dump from Bitcoin. I don't think so. Although I do believe from time to time Bitcoin does get pumped, but it's a different kind of pump. It's not your boiler room pump that you see with these other altcoins. It's actually it comes in waves. It really does. It comes in waves. I'll talk a little bit about wave theory as well. And I think the recent surge we're having is literally just a, in my opinion, a dead cat bounce. But anyways, I'll just go into the chart analysis of Bitcoin at the end. And then I have a link to Pot of Gold, Bitcoin Pot of Gold, as well as the donational address to the Bitcoin Pot of Gold. Please donate so that, just like a pump and dump Ponzi scheme or a multi-level marketing pyramid, everybody gives and only one person walks away with all the money. All right, so let's see who's all in the live chat here. Let's see who's in the live chat here. Oh, sorry about that. I was disconnected and had to be reconnected. Let's refresh. I'll take a quick look on my screen here. A leisure picker, I guess you're first today. Thank you very much. Patrick, how you doing? Is it safe? Well, it's safe to buy Bitcoin. Yeah, it's always safe to buy Bitcoin. I'm just not buying it right now. That's all. And then Brian, how you doing, Brian? Good to see you. Thanks for the heads up on the news today about the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency rankings. Bitcoin got a C plus. I don't know about that. You know, I'm kind of, and you know, of all the cryptocurrencies, Ethereum gets a B. You know, it just goes to show you that the higher the grade, the closer you are to a centralized regulated market. And so that's the way I think the ranking is, the way I think about the ranking. Let's see here. Dual overhead camness, welcome to the chat. K7 Gixer, trivia question. If I have one Bitcoin and someone is going to send me 10 via the Lightning Network, how many payments channels would we need to open in order to transfer 10 Bitcoin? Let me see here. Trivia question. If I have one Bitcoin and someone is going to send me 10 Bitcoin via the Lightning Network, how many payment channels would we need to open in order to transfer the 10 Bitcoin? I think you only need one. I would think you only need one payment channel. The concept is, now ideally, if you're running a node and if you were able to make a channel with whoever's going to send you 10 Bitcoin, I think you would only need one channel. But the concept of the Lightning Network is somehow it's networked, like maybe a pimp and hoe or a spoken hub or whatever. You can still open one channel with somebody and still get that 10 Bitcoin from another person that you don't have a channel with. That's what I think anyway. So the answer should be just one minimum, one channel to be open to get 10 Bitcoin. And you don't have to have one Bitcoin. You could probably have a fractional amount of Bitcoin and still get that 10 Bitcoin if someone was foolish enough to actually have 10 Bitcoin in a channel. So, oh goodness, cunt balls back. Let me see. It's Thunderball, not cunt ball. No, I didn't get that. I didn't get that bike yet. It's coming. It's coming. Let me see here. Pisces trait 373. What's up? How you doing? I'm glad he's gone. Kumpal, you're gone already. Good for you. He never sticks around. To be a good troll, you need to stick around and you need to watch the whole show throughout. You just can't come in, just leave. That's not a very good troll. Let me see here. The fact that someone paid for wheat on Bitcoin is a big deal. No one's talking about it. That is huge. You're right, Patrick. That is huge. I've always felt that import export was a great way for a great use case for Bitcoin. I don't know how long it took, but someone could have put it in escrow. Someone got a better deal out of it, I think. Um, Ideally, you can almost arbitrage on that deal as well. So even if the price tanked, like it did recently, if you had X amount of Bitcoin already, you could have sold it. If you had an exchange account, you could have sold that. So maybe that's what happened. Like, um, for that amount of wheat, I don't know how much it costs, but over 6 million pounds of wheat, that's probably a few $1,000,000. What you could have done is you could have, when you did the transaction, and once the Bitcoin went into escrow, and if you're the one supplying the wheat, and you know that you're going to be sending the wheat, and if you had Bitcoins already on an exchange at the time of you basically consummated that deal, you could arbitrage. You could have actually sold your Bitcoin, right? Whenever that transaction happened on the exchange, because you're going to get the same amount of Bitcoin once the wheat got shipped, because you're the one that shipped it. You essentially arbitraged. Now, whether he made a premium on it or not, I don't know, but essentially that could have happened. They wouldn't report it to avoid taxes. Let me see. Brad Taylor, welcome to the chat. I unfortunately had to sell some Bitcoin today to pay property tax. Expect all-time high any day now. You are all welcome. Well, that's unfortunate, Brad, but you know what? I sell some Bitcoins as well, and I turned my Bitcoin. Don't think of it as you sold your Bitcoin. Think of it as you turned something that isn't physical, that's only imaginary in your head, and you turned it into money to pay your taxes. All right, you actually manifested something that didn't exist at all, and you turned it into money, and you turned it into property tax. Okay. Let me see here. Unfortunately, no time to sell peer-to-peer. That's too bad. David Hamilton, welcome to the chat. Kumpal, if you hate him, why do you watch him? He doesn't really watch. I think Kumpal just likes to type. I'm not sure if he likes to watch. He definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't listen to any of my videos, because if he did, he would be rich. He would have been so rich with Bitcoin. But I think Kuntball is like an altcoin trader. Kuntball is definitely not a Bitcoin maximalist. I actually even doubt Kuntball even has any Bitcoin. He probably lost all his money in altcoin trading. Dave Hamilton, I don't know what Kuntball's backstory is. I have no idea. All I know is that I made fun of his mom, and he was really hurt by that. So I think he had some weird attachment. Either something bad happened to his mom, or he has some kind of weird mother fixation going on. Let me see here. K Archie, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Let's see who else is in the chat here. Okay, let me see here. K7 Gexer says Party A and Party B can only open a channel with equal amounts of Bitcoin, so it would take 4 payment channels. That is true. That is true. That is true. But if you have 1 Bitcoin and the other person has 10, I mean, you just open a payment channel. one time with one Bitcoin, right? You have one Bitcoin, party A has one Bitcoin, party B has one Bitcoin to open a channel. And so why would you need to open 4 payment channels with the same person? Can't that same person just send you 10 Bitcoins? As a matter of fact, if they only had 10 Bitcoins and you had 1 Bitcoin and you opened up the channel with that amount, I mean, you really don't even have to have one whole Bitcoin. K Gexer, you could have, like, the way I understand it, you can have like a fractional amount of Bitcoin, and the other person can have 10 Bitcoins. If they open a channel with you, you're right, equal amount, but eventually that other party, that other person can send you all their Bitcoins. So I still think it's only one channel. Am I wrong about that? Let me know. Let me know. Naughty Danger, welcome to the live chat. You say crypto drugs and and pussycats are the only things he craves. Oh goodness. You must be talking about Adam Meister. Or are you talking about Tone Vase? I'm not sure. Let's see here. Okay, so anyways, I've caught up with the live stream. Let's go on with the rest of the story. So pump and dump, everyone. Pump and dump. Pump and dump is the story of the week. I'll go over that here. So are you all ready to pump and dump some Bitcoin? Because when the price goes down, you're going to see Bitcoin like rise up, and then it's going to drop, and then it's going to rise up, and it's going to drop, and it's going to rise up and it's drop. And if we are in a bear market, which we might be, I mean, I'm seeing 2 lower lows, that's for sure. I've seen 1 lower low. I don't count the all-time high. But if you get another, if we get another pump, and the pump doesn't go up above the previous high, that'll be the second lower high. And once you get that, you're pretty much setting up for a bear trend. And the third lower low will pretty much confirm that there probably is a bear market. So the price right now has to go above 13,000. Literally, the price must go above 13,000 in order to continue. A lot of headwinds. So anyways, let's go to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Here's the QR code on the left side pointing to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate to the Bitcoin pot of gold. If you donate, I can give away is it the 12th clue? I think I'm up to the 12th clue of the 24-word mnemonic seed. So please donate. And that way I can give out the clues. If you think you're good at cracking passwords, on the right side is the encrypted private key. Encrypted private key is encrypted. If you scan it with your QR, if you scan it with your wallet, it'll ask you for a private word. If you can figure that out, you can sweep all the Bitcoins. They're all yours. And then the QR code down here in the middle is a link to Yellow Fever for You. He gave me this idea, so thank you, Yellow Fever for You. All right, so let's go on to the story here. Okay, here it is. Inside the group chats where people pump and dump cryptocurrency, how self-proclaimed pump and dump groups scam thousands of wannabe altcoin investors. So are you a part of a newsletter? Are you a part of a pump and dump group? Are you a part of, well, whatever group, and all of a sudden you get notifications on what coins to buy, mostly what coins to buy? Most likely you're are the butt end of a pump and dump, most likely. But this talks about actual pump and dump groups. There are actual pump and dump groups out there. And what if I told you, like, you're wasting your time because nobody believes in these coins? Nobody cares about these coins. And most of the time, if 99% of the time, you are the victim. All right. You are the victim. And participating in pump and dumps don't contribute to the ecosystem whatsoever. All you're doing is taking money from each other. What you're really waiting for is probably someone who doesn't know that there's a pump and dump, right? Who doesn't know that other people have already bought in and they're waiting to dump on you. What the sad part is the people who organize this stuff, who are the organizers, they bought in a long time ago, and they're just selling you their coins as you're buying it up at a higher price. Okay, they buy them up, they fill the order books, and as they release the information to what coins to pump, you're buying up the order book that the promoters essentially bought earlier and are just dumping on you, and they're exiting. They're taking your Bitcoin. And not only that, but you're doing all the hard work into making that person rich. And maybe you'll get a little kickback, but you would have been way better off if you just held on to your Bitcoin. You would have been way richer. That's my opinion. Anyways, let's take a look at what goes on inside a pump and dump group, which it wouldn't surprise me that most of your YouTubers that you're watching is actually a part of a pump and dump group. All right. Welcome to the Big Pump Signal. We are a group that buys crypto coins all at the same time to increase its value. We then sell for the increased price for huge profits. Wow, what a wonderful idea. How come I didn't think about that? I should start a pump and dump group. The reality is that okay, by the time you receive the information, you're the victim. All right. You're the target. You're the mark. All right. Because if everybody was doing this and everybody would be making money, it doesn't add up. Okay. There's simple math involved in this where it is impossible, literally impossible for you, all right, to make huge profits. There's only a few people that make huge profits, and it's probably not you. And I know who it is. It's the person who organizes the pump and dump, because they would have bought the coins way before you at a way lower price. They're the ones filling the order books for you to buy, right? Some even charge you. And then, all right, yeah, some people like, do you pay for a newsletter? Okay, you are paying to be a victim. And then on top of that, you're doing all the work. All right, you're going to do all the work on making somebody else rich, because you're the one that's going to promote, right, and spread the word of this coin to other people. And you're making somebody else, you're making the original promoter of this pump rich. So that's how they're getting rich. They're getting rich off of you. Think about that. Just think about it. All right, so here are some Twitter on the pump and dump groups. Okay, anyone? I'm reading right off of here. Anyone know of any pump and dump groups you could invite me to? Discord, altcoins, BTC, ETH, Verb, Vib, Pump, Binance, Crypto Market. Person got a reply. Cryptocurrency signals group. Buy and sell as a group. Join now. It's free. It's free. Open. They're all open about this. Free Telegram group. Get instant crypto signals in the top Telegram crypto group. Pump and dump equals more Bitcoin. Well, no, it doesn't equal more Bitcoin. It equals more Bitcoin taken from other people. So pump and dumps don't contribute. They don't build any wealth. They don't sustain any wealth. They cannibalize. All right. You're just cannibalizing each other until the group becomes smaller and smaller and smaller because you're running out of money, because you're losing money in these pump and dump schemes, until the person who originally starts the pump and dump walks away with it. Here, cryptos aren't pump and dump scams. Ignore this Facebook ad that literally asks you to pump and dump cryptos. Wow. Read this article. It's very interesting. It's very eye-opening. Now, if you want, hey, what's up, Andre Barnwell? Welcome to the live chat. Now, if you want to participate, go ahead. You know, these pump and dump groups aren't going to last. Let me see if I can zoom in here so you can kind of see the chat that goes on. Big pump signal. Next pump will be in 6 hours and 58 minutes. And they give you, I mean, they really organize it really well. And this is going all over. This is happening like all over the world. Like people, like thousands and thousands of people, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people are like involved. All right. They'll give you a time too. They'll tell you like London time, New York time, Seoul time. Look at this. It says London, New York, and Seoul. So these are places that, you know, probably have exchanges, have people who are trading, and are most likely going to be pumping. But here's the thing. You're the target. You're the one that's giving them the liquidity, okay? No money is being created here. All you're doing is you are just taking from each other. Let me see. Pump, big pump signal. Next pump, 30 minutes. See, they're letting you know there's a countdown for all this. What else does it say? Today there will be another huge pump. For counselors and up, please join the ranked pump signal server, rank only server info. For affiliates and unranked, the call will be given in the Telegram. So depending on how many other people you get to join the pump and dump group, you'll be given an earlier notice versus everybody else. So right away, this is all of a sudden becoming a pump and dump with a kind of like a pyramid scheme and multi-level marketing pyramid Ponzi scheme to it. So, you know, pump and dumps are really nothing more than, let's face it, a flash Ponzi in a lot of ways. And then what else does it say? It says, these are some tips for the incoming pump. Have both your mobile Telegram app and the web app open. Okay. It is smart to split your screen, so have Telegram on the left side and Binance on the right side of your screen so you can react quickly. This is some good tips. I'm sure they really want you to be buying at the top of the market. If you are in early market buy and limit sell, never market buy 100%. Oh, good advice. If you are in late, do not market buy, or if you are really late, do not invest at all. Well, thank you. At least they're honest about that. And what else does it say? Relating to what was said above, do not buy above the goal. It can be really risky. So they do have a goal price. I guess the people who set up these pump and dumps, they have a price in mind of how much money they want to make. After that, it could be it could have legs. It could have a life of its own. You could knock out all the people who are short for whatever reason, and it could go beyond the goal price possible. Good luck, everyone. Let's make this the greatest pump so far. Wow, these people are truly pumpers. Let me see. 10 minutes left. Info. The coin will be announced from top to bottom like this. First character, second character, third character. Okay. Big pump signal. The coin is BNT. BNT. And then they give you the value. So I guess they do a countdown. BNT was the pump coin. Just random coin, probably. Doesn't cost too much. They're very cheap to buy. How much was it? It was 618 Satoshis. They'll give you an Ethereum value as well, right here. And what else does it say? It says target price was 19,000. So what is that? Almost 3 times, 300% of its value. They're trying to target price. Interesting. So there you go. There you go. And then here's some charts here that show what a pump looks like. This would be here that they're talking about, this particular pump. Sometimes you'll see pumps. I think something like this is also a pump. It's just a more sustained pump where people are just, you know, pumping for a longer period. This is a flash pump versus a longer sustained pump. Here's another one, Bancor. Bancor was pumped. You see marks like this. This is when you know something's being pumped. So there you go. This is very interesting stuff to read. If you there are plenty of pump and dump groups. Go ahead and join them. It would not surprise me that that some YouTubers are involved in pump and dump groups. Matter of fact, people who make trading videos, I guarantee you, are involved in a pump and dump group, or actually are promoters of a pump and dump group. Okay. Here's the worst part about some of these pump and dump groups is that they offer an affiliate system, and you may even also have to pay as well to be a part of this. So if you look at their affiliate system, the higher your rank, the faster you get the signal for the pumps. So the more people you get involved in the pump and dump group, you'll get an advantage over everybody else. So the higher your rank, the faster you get the signal for your pumps. Ranks are determined by the amount of people you have invited. Each rank gets the signal faster than previous. The more you invite, the faster you get in on the pump. Wow. This is very innovative. So as you can see here, if you invite one person, yeah, there's no advantage. You just, you get to chat. If you invite 4 people, now you're a representative and you get a 0.5 second earlier advance notice. 10 invites, you're an associate and you get a full second earlier notice. At 25 invites, you're a partner. You get a 1.5 second earlier notice. 50 invites, well, you're a minister. My goodness. I feel like I'm in church now. You get a full 2 second earlier notice on the pump. If you invite 150, this reeks of multi-level marketing, Ponzi, and pump and dump. Like, these people are losers. I mean, have you ever met a person who is literally like has nothing to offer about themselves other than a multi-level marketing? Those people are losers. You ever notice? You ever met these people? You always meet at Starbucks, right? And when you do meet them, they always order water because it's free. Like, these people make no money, and they perpetually just are in this, perpetual motion, not getting in. They're on a treadmill, not getting anywhere, doing all this work. 150 bytes makes you an ambassador. You get 3 seconds earlier, right? You get the pump 3 seconds earlier. At 500 invites, you're a top promoter and you'll get a 3.5 second head start on everyone else, which I guess that's big. You probably need a really fast internet connection, but you'll get a 3.5 second head start on everyone else. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see here. Anyways, read the rest of it. It is just hilarious. Look at this. Here's another one. The 1000 Club, new crypto Telegram channel. Learn what coins are going up and when to buy and sell them. Yeah. Okay. So this is the stuff that you're seeing here. This is what goes on in cryptocurrency. It's unregulated, or people, think it's unregulated. There we go. Inside. Yep. Yep. Welcome to the big pump, everyone. Welcome to the big pump. Anyway, let's see what you all have to say here. Let me refresh. Oh, it did refresh. Well, not much is going on. Let me see. Nettie Dinger says, you guys should listen to CoinDaddy on YouTube, the best crypto rapper in the game. He's working on a 3-part Tone Vase saga. Okay, that'll be interesting to hear. Although I don't listen to him. I've been too busy watching biking videos. What else? Van life videos. I think at this point in the Bitcoin price, I just have a feeling that we're in a bear market, and we're going to be seeing a lot of downtrending price movements overall. That's my opinion about it. The sentiment just seems really bearish, although people are very hopeful. People talk about $50,000 Bitcoins this year. I just my feelings are that's not the case. People are pretty much in denial that this bull run is over. Now, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that's okay, because I still have my Bitcoins. I'll write it down all the way to $10, $5, 1 penny. It doesn't really matter. Uh, you know, I'm not quite ready to buy in just yet. At least not until I get my rad rover, my rad power bike, my electric bike. I'll probably spend, I know this is going to be a long process. My feelings are it's going to be a long process for the price to recover. And because the price is going to take such a long time to recover, um, that's just my opinion on it. It doesn't mean that it will or it won't. I don't know. I'm just sharing you my thoughts, and maybe they're food for thoughts for you. And whether you believe me or not, I guess it doesn't matter. But I think that the price to recover from an all-time high will take longer, much longer, in my opinion. And uh, when I'll let you all know when I think it's time to buy in. But right now, I think there's more discounts. That's just my opinion. There's more discounts. I'll go over the chart analysis here. Andre Barnwell says, did you guys hear that 50 Cent scored over 700 Bitcoin when he sold his album Animal Ambition when Bitcoin was valued around 600? Yeah, he's I've known about that, and I don't know why that news story is coming out now. How come it didn't come out when when the price of Bitcoin was at 20,000? So, and I haven't heard anything throughout the whole time since um, he 50 Cent started accepting Bitcoin for his album. Nothing was ever said about that after that. It was like it went dead because Bitcoin was unpopular. Tone's been saying it's a bear market. Look for a bottom at 7,500. Yeah, I watched some of his videos, and he thinks it's 7,500. Yeah, maybe. I think we're starting it looks like a start of a bear market. It's not confirmed because all I can see is 2 lower lows and 1 lower high from the all-time high. Of course, there's only 1 lower high. If what you really need to get a good confirmation we're in a bear market is you'll need 2 lower highs and 3 lower lows. So right now we're almost halfway there. I think if there is a run up in the price, the run up in the price will be the second lower high. And then when people realize that there's not, like a lot of people aren't going to push the price up any higher. Like face it, like Wall Street, everyone's waiting for Wall Street to buy in. Everyone's waiting for Wall Street to buy in. Well, why would they buy in if they have a feeling? I mean, the mainstream media is that it's very, very, very bearish. So why would anybody buy in, right? What would happen? It was the price would go up to a lower high, and then once people realize it's not going to go any higher, they're going to panic sell, right? And you're just trading a range that's going down. Maybe he forgot, maybe he didn't. I don't think, the story that he forgot, like who forgets about money? I mean, really. And plus, I think, didn't 50 Cent go through a bankruptcy? So during that time, so why would he say, oh yeah, oh by the way, I got all these Bitcoins? Why would he say that, right? So no, I don't think I don't think he forgot. I think he neglected to disclose that. So that's from what I understand. During that time, he filed for bankruptcy. From since 2013 to now, between that time, there was a bankruptcy. He filed for bankruptcy. So, anyways, let's go and do. I can get rid of this now, and then let's go over the on-chain FX markets here. We'll go over bond trading view. This view, created by James Bond Bitcoin Live, list of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. And I don't have it flagged for shorts. Normally they would be here. What I'm going to just do is just go over here, go to the percentage down from all-time high. I'm just going to click on that, and we'll see what coins. And I'll just show the top 5 coins here. Oh my God, Steam made it. It actually went up to $6. What a joke Steam is. If you think about this, like, I wonder how many. Here's the problem with Steam. Like, even if you had Steam tokens, right, you couldn't power down fast enough to cash out. And that's one drawback. Second drawback, you have to actually power up and lock yourself into the Steam platform. And third is that it's based, your Steam is priced out in Steam dollars. And if Steam dollars is higher than $1, guess what? Your Steam amount actually costs less. So even though the Steam price looks like it's higher, if the Steam backed dollar is also higher, it actually makes your Steam value lower. So what is a Steam backed dollar now? Like $3, which basically equates to almost $1.10 is what your Steam is worth. So it's a joke. Steam is a joke. And if you go, people who, like, nobody except cryptocurrency users, all right, are using Steam, right? If you ask anybody else to use Steam or ask anybody else about Steam, nobody knows what the hell Steam is. They don't even understand this what it is. It's a joke. I think Steam's a joke. Anyways, but it's there. If you got it and you're making more Bitcoin, you should probably sell your Steam right now. Get your Bitcoins while you can. So let me go over the short list here. The first on the short list is Augur. Augur is number 1. EOS is second, and Decred. Augur, EOS, and Decred, and Ethereum on number 4, and then Steem number 5. Steem is kind of new, but it's Augur, EOS, and Decred and Ethereum have been jockeying up and down here on the top 4 or 5 lists for some time. So good for them. Good for them. That means you all can make some Bitcoin or more Bitcoin. All right, so let's see. All right, let me go to the Joho mempool statistics. See what is going on here on the mempool. I think the mempool is clearing out. Wow, will you look at that? It is clearing out. Where are we? We're in the 10 to 20 Satoshis per byte. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. That is wonderful. The mempool is getting cleared out. The 10 Satoshis per byte is starting to get cleared out. You can be from 20, you could be at 20 Satoshis per byte and you will get your transactions into the block. So it's working its way down. I can't wait until it gets down to the 1 Satoshi per byte. Once it gets down to the 1 and the blocks are, the mempool is pretty much empty, I'm going to start donating Satoshi amounts to all those people, those YouTubers, and anybody else. Matter of fact, when the mempool starts clearing out, whenever I do a live stream, after I do a live stream, leave your address in the notes or in the comment section after the live stream. Once the mempool starts clearing out, and I will donate Satoshis to you. I do have I guess a private key that I've been saving. It's about $20 worth, and I have that saved. I was going to donate it, but the fees were so high, it became ridiculous. I decided just to wait for the mempool to clear. And once the mempool clears out, put your address in the comments. So that'll be coming up later. I don't know when, but whenever the mempool clears out, I'll let you all know during the live stream. And if you put your address in there, SegWit address, regular address, doesn't matter, I'll send you some Satoshis to play with. How you doing, Plex ASM? Welcome to the live chat. James, I'm very disappointed. Ozzy admitted that he put money in BitConnect. Shame. Is that true? Oh my gosh. Is that true? Plex AMS? Wow. He actually admitted. Well, I knew he was involved in BitConnect because when we were live streaming together behind the scenes, he was trying to sell me on BitConnect. He was. And not only do I think Ozzy is involved in BitConnect, that's if that's true. If he was, I don't know for sure. I don't watch his videos. I think he's boring. I think he's boring to watch, and he's typically making all the newbie mistake. He's green. He's wet behind the ear like noob, Johnny come lately. Watching him just make all these mistakes is cringing. I mean, it's like, ugh. And you know, you think you spend some time talking to the person and trying to tell them like all the problems preventing him from making all the mistakes. But you know, I guess people just need to make their own mistakes. But not only do I think Ozzy is involved in well, I had a sense that he was involved in BitConnect because behind the scenes he was trying to convince me BitConnect was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But also I also believe he's involved in pump and dump groups. That's why you see him talk about altcoins and all that. The day that he like started talking shit to me on the live stream, the day we basically separated, or I don't know if we were ever friends, but he was pumping coins that he didn't even know anything about. He was like, let me show you my portfolio. He was pumping coins. He was a part of a pump and dump group. He joined a pump and dump group. I think Bitcoin Kyle is also in a pump and dump group. And you know, he became friends with Bitcoin Kyle. I bet you Bitcoin Kyle probably turned him on to different pump and dump groups. So I know Ozzy is probably involved in pump and dump groups. There's no doubt about it. He's experimenting with other coins, and like I said, he's making all the new mistakes. How you doing? My name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. I haven't seen your commercials lately. I wish you would put those commercials back because they really help with my ad revenue. So anyways, welcome to the live chat. My name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. I got, so the mempool is getting cleared out finally. I think we're all going to be okay. We'll all survive and live. All right, so finally, let's go on to the Bitcoin chart analysis. All right, I'm on the 1 hour on Bitstamp here. And let's just take a look at what's going on here. I'm going to draw some lines. I'm just going to draw some simple lines. There we go. And so where is this price going to? It looks like it's going to head right about here at almost the $12,000, almost the $12,000. So it did break out of this trend line. So everyone's talking about how the price is recovering and we're going to go back up again. Crack. They're probably pumping everyone. So on this trend line right here, you see it did break out. But you know, the thing is it really going to break above this line right here? Is it really going to break above? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. It seems like it's going to be hard because you got the trend line here. You got this previous high on the hourly right here as a resistance, as well as this trend line or this recent high as a resistance here, as well as 13,000. And then ultimately right around here at 14,519. I'll put that line in there as well. So, you know, a lot of resistance. When you got this many resistance, it really becomes harder and harder to pump the price. So unless some of these pump and dump groups pump up these prices, you know, you may want to join some of these Telegram chats and see what's going on. Are they pumping Bitcoin? Bitcoin can be pumped too, but you know, on a downtrending market, you got to be careful because you're going to run into some resistance here. And so this, let me remove some of these lines. So here's the resistance line. And so am I worried about the price breaking out and going up to all-time new highs? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. This is probably most likely going to be resistance. Let's see if it actually will go all the way up here, or will it start crashing after this? It'll be interesting to see. But there is some resistance right here. Now, if it can break it, that'd be great news. Let's see on the 12-hour. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I put some lines in at the 12-hour here. So, okay, so already on the 12-hour, since I redrew this line from this point here to this point, you can see that it's currently reacting to that line. Now, who knows? It could break it. It could. There's a chance, but also there's also the moving average right here at 12,200 that is also acting as a resistance. So if it does break, it doesn't mean it's breaking out. It just means that it's just moving past this trend line. Most likely will hit a resistance up here, and it may go back down further. is what I'm thinking. You got to think bearish at this point in time. I still have Bitcoins. I still own Bitcoins. So it's not like I'm hating on Bitcoin. It's just that I've already been through one bear market and I've seen it, what it looks like. If it does break through here and it breaks through this moving average, it still has to, there's another trend line that it has to break, and that's at 15,000. And then on top of that, it still has to break this previous high, which is 17,300. What is it? $17,235. So it has to break that. So there's a lot of resistance. It's at a resistant point right now with this trend line. There's the moving average, which is also resistance. And then at $15,000 is at resistance as well. And then it has to, another resistance at 17,000. What is it? 17,000. Let me see. $17,235. Okay, and then ultimately it has to break this all-time high as well. It's just a lot of headwinds. A lot of headwinds. All the time frame I'm looking at shows some headwinds. All right, it really does. All right, so let's go to the 1 day. And as you look at the 1 day, you can see that it is struggling. It seems to be struggling to break out of this moving average right here, as that's acting as resistance right now on the 1 day. And you can see that it has turned over right here. So, you know, things are turning around. Things are definitely bearish. Here's the long-term moving average. So long-term moving average will also act as a resistance as well. Yeah, I could see that. Wow. Anyways, so it looks like it's strongly, but again, if it can break out, it has to break through so many barriers. It's too early to just, in my opinion, just to come back. And here is the lower low and lower low. Here's the two lower lows. This point right here and this point right here. That's the all-time high. And then here's the lower high. So even if it does break out, that's why I say it has to break above this. It has to break above this, because if it falls short, it's going to make a second higher low, in which, if that is a second higher low, expect the third lower low. And then once you get a third lower low, that's it. I think you got a confirmation of a bear market. And so we're almost halfway through of getting a confirmation. So if it's going to break out, let's hope and pray to Satoshi Nakamoto, all right, that it goes above this right here, above this recent lower high right here. And not on top of that, it has to do one more thing to get a to continue the bull market. It has to break above this all-time high. So it has to make a new all-time high. So you're talking about, let me see, almost you're talking about a $10,000 move on the upside. Now, if that's going to happen, the price right now, is that a good buy? Is it a good buy right now? Well, if it does make another all-time high, then yes, it is a great time to buy. But if it doesn't make an all-time high, is it still good to buy? I mean, I think you can still make some money. I definitely believe you can make some money. There could be another push up. Okay, there could be another push up, but I don't know if it's going to break through all those barriers. I think the price has been depressed. There is such a thing called a dead cat bounce, in which, it'll bounce from falling so low, right? It's just a reaction to it. And it typically happens, prices go down, people think it's a good deal because it was at, 20,000 or almost close to 20,000. Now it's half the price. People will jump on it. I mean, there are people who will trade, and traders will trade. But I do think that once they realize it's not going to make, once people realize it's not going to make an all-time high, it's not even going to come to breaking the lower high right here, and it falls short. It'll probably fall short around, like, most likely around 15,000 or something like that. And it can't go up any further because I'm still not buying. I still have my Bitcoins. Why would I buy more Bitcoins? If anything, as the price continues to go up, the value of my Bitcoins go up. Why would I want to buy more, right? I could buy more now, but I wouldn't buy. Right now, I'm just not in the market into buying Bitcoins. I'm probably not. And not only that, it's hard to find someone who's going to sell you Bitcoins at these lower prices as well. So even if I did wanted to buy, there's probably a really good chance I can't find anybody to sell me any Bitcoins. That's the other thing. The market has fallen quite a bit in a short period of time. I mean, literally from when I came back, which was January 8th, the price was at 15,000. Now it's at 11,000. That's quite a bit of drop. That's quite a bit of drop. So, anyways, I still think that I need to see a lot more technicals before I start buying, before I start being bullish. That's just my opinion. All right, let's go look on the 3-day. Okay, on the 3-day, it is underneath. Wow, look at that. It's fighting the short term, or let me see, this long term moving average is acting as a resistance. The spot price is below the 2 moving averages. You can see that it's actually reacting to this moving average right here. That's not good. On the 3-day, that's not good. Although it is, if I look at the candlesticks without looking at the moving average, if I look at the candlestick without looking at the moving average, the selling pressure does seem to be subsiding. It does seem to be subsiding. Hey, Warren B, welcome to the live chat. I didn't see you. I just saw you right now. It looks like the selling pressure seems to be subsiding, but I don't think it's over yet. I don't think it's over yet, because on the 3-day, the spot price is below the 2 moving averages. That means for me, the sentiment is bearish, that there probably will most likely be more selling pressure, unless it can break out of that. But even if it does break out of it, it still has a lot of headwinds, to break out. Now, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'll admit that I'm wrong, and I'll be happy to be wrong, because I still have Bitcoins. All right, I still have Bitcoins. So I'm in a situation where there's nothing for me to trade. There's nothing for me to buy. People did come up to me to buy Bitcoins. I still have that. Not a lot. Not a lot of people are buying, and it's a small amount. So if people are buying at around 10,000, good for you. You made, so far, you made about $1,000 on the trade if you bought 1 Bitcoin. Typically, people don't buy like 1 Bitcoin. So this person made maybe a couple $100. So far, if you bought it around 10,000, you made a couple $100 if you bought a couple $1,000 worth. Right now, it's still like, for me, it's still catching. It's still like catching a falling knife. And when you trade and you're not familiar with these markets, it looks like a great time to buy. It really does. But I know if you give it a more longer time frame, you know, I have to see a longer time frame. That's all. I still think that I need confirmation whether we're going back up or we're going back down. And so far, I'm leaning on it. The price is going to go back down because we already have two lower lows right here, two lower lows. All we need is one more lower high, and I'm very sure once you get another lower high, you got two consecutive lower highs here. And then if you include the all-time high, you'll get 1, 2, and then 3. Right, that pretty much makes a trend going down. Once that second lower high is made and its price starts just dipping just a little bit, it'll start crashing down, and you're going to get your third lower low, and that'll be the confirmation. That will be the confirmation that everyone's waiting for a bear market. Okay, just watch out. I'm just saying, watch out for that. No confirmation has been made. Everything's still up in the air. All right, don't get angry at me for just speaking my mind. You know, hopefully you respect that and appreciate what I'm saying. So on the 1 week, it is it's still a red candlestick, although it looks like it's about to recover. I mean, it does look like it's going to recover. It really does. But the fact that you're in between the two moving averages, you know, we're going to need another week. We're going to need another week at least. And so there's still no confirmation whether this is going to bounce back. My guess is that it will bounce back, but my fear is that it will not make a higher high. It will not make a higher high around here, and it may not even make an all-time another. It has to make another, and the fact and the reality is it has to make an all-time high to continue the bull run. It has to make, it's a do or die situation. So looking at this chart right now, I can't tell the future. Okay, I just make estimates of what the future, my predictions are just guesstimates, right? And my experience. It looks like it's really hard to make an all-time high from at this point. It's really hard on that, but who knows? It's not impossible. But the sentiment I'm getting is very negative. Okay, you can read the news feeds. You could get just the mempool just shrinking down to nothing. Either people aren't using it or they've sold out, and that's why they're not using it. You tell me. So anyways, let's see what you're all saying in the live stream here. I'll just F5 that, refresh that, and then let me clear out this. Go to this here. So we need more people to pump and dump Bitcoin, not altcoins. If you're going to pump and dump Bitcoin, or just pump Bitcoin. How about that? Just pump Bitcoin. All right, so let's have a look here. Warren B, welcome to the live chat. And Q-Bro, good to see you. Let's see, what are you all talking about? Hey, Bitcoin B, I see you. And Crypto Economy, how you doing? Welcome to the live chat. Let's see. Q-Bro says, Ozzy, the most transparent troll in the universe. And you mean you tell me he's easy to spot? Yeah, it's been a long time, but you know, he was always weird. He was too eager. the thing about Ozzy is that he was too eager to be in this space and to be on my channel and all that. I found that very strange and weird because I know a lot of people probably don't like me because I troll a lot. And, you know, there's no, my personal opinion is there's nothing wrong with trolling if you do it the right way, right? I'm just trying to expose the stupidity that people are doing here. And, you know, if you just, the whole, my idea of Bitcoin is that it was created, a system was created in which you didn't have to trust anyone, first of all. Second, if you try to cheat the system, you lose money. So it's the best thing to do is not cheat the system, but play, to be honest, you know, to be honest with yourself, to be honest with yourself and play the system honestly. You'll make more money. But people always try to think that they can beat the market. They lose out. They lose out. And but it amazes me how many times people just keep doing the same things over and over and over again and make the same mistakes. Qbro, I don't know if the alts are holding up strong. I mean, it looks like they're holding up strong because everyone is trying to find an exit or is trying to chase. They're trying to chase money, and everyone's chasing their own tail. I think eventually they're going to realize they don't have any alternative. No, there's nowhere else to go but except into basically three coins, which is, in my opinion, the three coins most likely on Coinbase. I don't know if Coinbase added more coins or not, but it's either Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin. But even then, you know, finding an exit for and coming out with cash is very difficult because all the banks are not playing that game. They're not going to let you cash out on your pump and dump and on your Ponzi schemes and your multi-level marketing, on your pyramids. So they're not going to cash you out. Warren B says the whole market is dipping and rising in the same way. Something is going on. Well, the reason why you see the whole market dipping and rising the same way is because all coins, all right, are based on Bitcoin. And so when Bitcoin goes up, all the coins go up. When Bitcoin goes down, all the coins are going up, or all the coins are going down. And what you're seeing, all coins and all, even Ethereum and ERC20 tokens, they are nothing more than fractional representations of Bitcoin. And so that's what you're seeing. All these altcoins are nothing more than leveraged Bitcoins. That's all they are. So if you're going to do that, why don't you just go ahead and just get yourself some Bitcoin? I mean, there's nothing wrong with the fees right now. There's nothing wrong with the mempool. It seems to be emptying out, so there's no reason why you can't do any transactions at a low cost. Warren B says, I'm buying, lots of laugh. It'll go back up. The question is when. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Bitcoin will go back up. There's no doubt about it. It's just that I think we are at the beginning of a bear market, and usually bear markets tend to last multi-year until around the halvening, and then everything gets hyped up again and everything. And then what eventually happens is there's a period just before and after the halvening where the market has to readjust for the miners receiving literally half the amount of the block rewards. And so the price does adjust. The people who are in the peer-to-peer markets, they kind of stop selling and buying for a momentary period. And then when everything finally kind of adjusts to the halvening, things start flowing again. That's what I've noticed. Hey, Julie G, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Finally see you. Julie G says, I still have faith for long term for Bitcoin to recover, maybe a year, but I think it will. I agree. I think it will. You know, I just think that right now we're entering into a bear market, and a lot of people are in disbelief, and they're living in Egypt. They're in denial, and they really believe that um, this is the bottom right here, and we'll start making all-time highs. And if I'm wrong, and if we start making all-time highs, I'm okay with that. I still have my Bitcoins. It's just that I'm not buying right now because I still think there's still more discounts to come. But if I'm wrong, I'm okay with that because I still have my Bitcoins, and you know, it'll just become a never-ending uh, money tree. When the price of Bitcoins go up, it just becomes a never-ending money tree. Race Kristen, welcome to the live chat. It says, hey, Mr. Bond, happy to see your live. Always enjoy your interpretation of things. Well, you're welcome, and welcome to the chat. I don't know if you've been here before. It seems like this is the first time you made a live chat comment. Let's see here, free Skillshare Media. I see you. U.S. Tether and Steam-backed dollars. I like. You like them because they're one-to-one. If you really bought into it, you wouldn't be making any money. You know, those. I think those are maybe they're great for trading. If you're trading and you want to preserve some of your value, then buy back in. But you know, those currencies, the Tether and Steam-backed dollars, if you just held on to them, you would lose out. They're actually pointless to hold on to. You might as well just buy like any crap coin. In my opinion, you would probably do better. And if you do a pump and dump group with your crap coin that you buy, you would probably make out a lot better as well. Would we see 1 billion market cap again? I think so. I think so. Eventually, if you give enough asset along enough time, it will, you know, adjust to inflation eventually. Like if you went back 100 years ago and you bought an ounce of gold for, I don't know, like whatever an ounce of gold cost back then, which would be less than whatever it is now. If you just give it enough time, it will adjust to inflation. Warren B says, I get that. It just seems coordinated. There's usually some variance in the movements when it's normal trading. Are you talking about when the price of altcoins and Bitcoin goes up? They all seem to be going up and down. Yeah. Here's what I think. This is what I really think. I think a lot of people have left the market. The smart people have left the market. Okay. And so the only thing that's trading are the very few dumb people that are trading these coins. Pretty much the noobs. The noobs are the only people left in the market, and they don't realize that they're trading fractional Bitcoins. They don't realize that. And so when, I don't know if it's manipulated. I just think that that uh, all the coins are basically fractional Bitcoins. And so when Bitcoin goes up and Bitcoins go down, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing Bitcoins go up and down, and they're reflected in the value of these altcoins. And they all, and the people who are trading them obviously are pump and dumpers, and then all the new people. All the smart people left. That's why you see the price of Bitcoin went from 20,000 to 10,000, because the people who realize, okay, this is the top of the market, they've cashed out. All right, they're either in tethers or they're back into U.S. dollars. All right, or whatever fiat currency wherever they're from. All the new people are holding the bags. That's what I think. Let me see here. What else are you guys saying? Hey, Race Kristen. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Really appreciate you watching. Is KFC still doing the Bitcoin thing in Canada? That's kind of nice. I wish I was there. I did enjoy the winter vacation I had. I think Canada is a great place. You know, I wish I could have an opportunity to actually live in Canada for a much longer period. I want to take a van and actually travel through Canada and go to Alaska, and then come back down through the U.S. You know, it's Canada is just very similar to America. Most people speak English, and so you know they have almost all the same stores and products. So it's going to Canada is pretty fun for me, and I do enjoy the cooler weather. I really want to stay there at longer periods of time, and I I would like to build like some relationships up there with Canadian people, if I can. I'm not sure if I can, but anyways, I'd like to thank everybody in the live chat. I appreciate everyone being there. Let me see who is here. Free Skillshare Media. My name is Craig Grant. This is my Bitcoin wallet. Race Christian and Warren B. Bitcoin B. Q Burrow. Julie G. And then who else was in the live chat? Pisces Traits 373 Blockchain. K7 Gixer 1000. Crypto Economy. Plex ASM. Patrick, Andre Barnwell, Brian McLaughlin, and let me see who else was in here. Dave Hamilton, Kay Archie, and that's all I can scroll up to. Well, thank you everybody for being in the live chat. And DJ Calv, you just made it at the last end. Dallas Mavs will accept Bitcoin next season. Cuban gets it. Yeah, if he's smart, by next season the price of Bitcoin will be lower, and then yeah, he's very smart. He would get more Bitcoin. So you notice that Mark Cuban didn't offer accepting Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at 20,000. He offered it when Bitcoin was kind of at a lower price. So, and then he extended it by saying next season, let's see what the price of Bitcoin will be next season, then I'll start accepting it. So I think it's a good move on his end. Anyways, thank you everybody in the live chat. Appreciate all of you. Feel like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye.